Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to use that lick. It's kind of like a lick exercise in context, break down the major scale, break down how to use it in different strings, so on and so forth. Stay tuned. Hey guys, thanks for watching the channel. Go ahead and click the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm a whole lot. Go ahead and subscribe. Helps out the channel a whole lot. So let's get started on this lick. We got this lick example. You'll hear me mix up lick and exercise a lot because it's kind of falls in between both. So what we're working on is shifting, legato, and while using the diatonic scale. Okay, so what we got here, we're starting on C. Now, no matter where you start, this is your root note. Okay, if you follow this pattern, this is your root note, wherever your first finger starts. In this case, it is C. So before we play the whole thing, we're going to understand the major scale. Okay, so we have root, then we have a whole step, another whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step to reach that octave. Okay, so we could move this anywhere we want. If we want to take that pattern, let's say to A, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay, anywhere we want to go. So this is useful in that context. So now we're going to start here on the example 1. We've got a triplet pattern. Make sure that when you pull off, there's a snap. We don't want to lift up. We don't want that. Another mistake that I hear a lot of beginners doing is that they make the first two notes really fast. So for example, they'd go. We have to make sure that all the notes are evenly spaced. Okay, all of them have the same amount of note per se, the same amount of ring. The shift also has to be precise. I would challenge you to avoid making this sound, the shifting sound. We want it to be silent as we shift. Now, the way that you do that is you release a string just barely. You're still touching the string, but you just move up. See how the noise stops? If I lift up my finger just a bit, it stops. So then I shift with that. Same idea when you're descending. Again, avoid that kind of shift. So example 2 now goes on to starting with our second scale degree. Okay, in this case, it is D, but again, you can move it anywhere you want. So we have D. And here we're stopping still. We're not. If you want to practice it like that, why not? That could be, a different sort of practice, a slide into practice. But here what we want to do is we want to shift silently into the next note. Okay, nice and clean, nice and precise. And notice that here I'm using, anytime there's a whole step in between, I'm using my first and third fingers. And then here I go to my second and first, third, and then we come back down. So this is useful for getting up a scale. Maybe it's the end of a solo. Usually at the end of solos, I like to make my way up towards a scale some, unique way. There's many different ways to do that, and this could be one of them. So let's say you are in F and you want to move up the scale. You can start it right here on the 1st fret. You can start it here on the 6th fret on the B string, which I would actually probably prefer. Or any of those work. You can take it to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed this mini lesson. It was to give you a different lick, a different perspective on coming up the fretboard, looking at the major scale on a single string, and maybe just doing a little bit something more creative with it, using legato, triplets, shifting, all the good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like and sub. That'll help the channel out a whole lot. And I'll see you in the next video.